Men don't hold back against woke people. Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress, and let's get into it.
These students are protesting their school's anti-LGBT policy. Their school is a private, non-profit Christian university. Their parents are spending $56,000 for them to throw a tantrum on stage at their graduation ceremony because this Christian school refuses to push that religion. If they wanted to go to a school that pushed that religion so bad, why didn't you just drop out in the 4 years that you were attending and go to a government-sponsored community college?
They always want everyone to conform to them, and never the other way around. You're living in my rainbow fantasy land now. How do you like that? Rainbow mafia, dude.
And you know that's like an ignorant way to stand, right? Like,
why?
You're over here, I tell you.
I'm actually half handicapped, so that's very offensive that you said that.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I can probably tell.
I'm super offended, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lying and being a high conflict is part of your personality disorder. Why are you looking at women with your eyes?
Are you a woman?
Oh my god, so you...
Oh, I didn't even know, I'm sorry.
I'm non-binary, so it doesn't really matter.
That's why I asked. I was trying to be polite. That's what you should do, right?
This guy is literally just trolling, making jokes. And she comes around, did you know you have a psychological disorder? Did you know you can't look at women? This is a genuine business model of today. All you have to do is put on a camera in front of these people and profit. That's it. They will 100% guaranteed provide the free entertainment.
What are you? Are you a man or a woman?
Why?
I'm just wondering. Huh? Hey, are you a man or a woman? I don't know what you are.
You care?
When did you become?
What the f
When
care?
did you become? Why are you gonna
what
come?
The f you care?
Why do I care?
The tolerant left, everyone. Guy was just asking a question.
Does anyone else want to just be really bold and outlandish and tell us about your period? Because I don't know if that's an argument.
Are you a woman?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we need a man. You're a woman?
Yeah, I'm an African-American lesbian Jew.
I mean, what?
Are you
Men. How does that make sense?
Exactly. Wait, we're all men?
Has a vagina.
Where'd Rachel go? They're all.
You have a vagina.
We've been out. Hey, I don't have a vagina, but I do believe in human
Why
rights.
does your opinion matter?
So the females that are out here with us, hey,
You have a
hey, listen.
menstrual cycle. Any of them. I'm
Hey.
on my period right now. What's up?
Hey, I'm not on my period right now, that's for sure. But if I claimed it, I guess we would be in a weird place, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Because
This entire conversation is just... This is what happens when you venture too far into the realm of emotionality. Everything is chaos. Everything is up to question. Nothing makes sense. Logic doesn't exist. Just a yikes, bro.
As a black woman in America, it's always going to be harder to get to the corporate level of things.
You got a good example of that?
Let me see. I got one. Okay, I'm a pre-law student, so just thinking about like my future, I have to go against men, mainly white males, or even our own black male community attacking us like, oh, you're too high up in a position, or you're making this much money. So like those are curveballs that black women face in America.
So those curveballs keep you from what?
Whether it's promotions, getting a husband, being happy later on in life, because it's kind of like placed on you because you doing well for yourself and not the other person. So yeah.
Well, my sister's actually a lawyer. She's married, got 3 beautiful daughters, and she's very successful and entrepreneurial. So when I hear things about what's holding you back, I think it's more about what are you not doing to overcome those things. So I think right now, when you see people like her as an example, you can't sit back and be like, I can't do that. You should see that as a possibility that that's able for me too, right?
If you think there is something holding you back, you're correct. If you live in America, for the most part, you have nothing to complain about. There is nothing holding you back, truly. And that is still maybe the #1 benefit of being in America, is that truly anyone can become successful if they're putting the work into the right things. A lot of these beliefs that hold you back are self-imposed a lot of the time.
Hey y'all, I'm with Adam Sandler. He's in Vancouver. Wow.
Bro, what am I looking at?
He says, big boo.
Why are they...
That's Adam Sandler.
It is.
Cool. Are you gay?
What just happened?
You look gay.
Why is he taking it? Why? Oh my god. Yikes, man.
Do you want to have kids?
No.
Why?
I feel like I just want to like focus on like a career, and I feel like it's kind of hard if you have children.
Do you think you'll
Being a
regret
wage
not
slave is
having
gonna be
kids later in
perfect.
life?
Like if I succeed during work, then I don't think I'll regret it. But if I don't, then yeah, I'll probably will.
It's just materialism over everything. Nothing else matters.
You get lied to, then you get smashed and dashed. And at the end, you're wondering why, because you have no sense of reality. And why does the lie work on you? Because you want to be lied to.
In a memo to staff, he cautioned against using gendered language. The list of do not use phrases include manpower, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, mother, father, son, stepdaughter, and husband, wife. He also warned staff against pressuring coworkers to share their pronouns, which can include Z and Zer.
No. How about that? How about just a good old no?
Women make it such a big deal that they have to cook and clean for their husbands because that's so degrading and they're so above that. Yet the maids or nannies or cleaners that they hire, that they'll pay pennies on the dollar for to do that, that's okay. That's feminism for you. Less than minimum wage those ladies make. That's feminism for you.
There's an interesting point right there. It's almost like commodifying the feminine role within the household. Now you just literally have to pay for what typical housewives would have done in the 50s. Because what feminism really did, it just doubled the amount of taxable people. That's all it did. That's what the ploy was. So they just started feeding this BS to women, and then some of them started to believe it. It was not the majority of women like the propaganda is telling you. It was a minority of women that actually wanted to be involved in the workforce and wanted their independence. Got into the minds of the minority of women and boom, just ruined it for the rest of them.
I'm going to keep it short and simple. What is your take on climate change?
I believe the climate changes. I definitely believe the climate changes. I'm from New York and Connecticut. In fact, I know it does, but I keep being wrong in their climate predictions because it is a way for the government to tax you into oblivion and make you believe that you are being taxed for something virtuous when in fact you are not. It is absolutely ridiculous to believe that even if the world was going to end in 10 years, that government tax would somehow fix it, especially since the people that contribute the most in terms of carbon emissions is China, and they're never in any of these agreements. It's an absolute nonsense, it's a farce, and I hope that students wake up to it.
You're getting lipo in the arms,
Yes.
lipo in the belly.
And I'm getting a small implant put.
Well, in addition to my other question, how can you possibly be a 10 if you need to get these cosmetic?
No one said I needed them. It's just
Well, you're
like
getting them regardless.
Well, I am in the adult industry, and I probably would make more money if I was like that's a kind of a big thing. And I'm
So what will you be? But these procedures are going to improve your looks?
Yes.
So then what number will you be after the procedures?
I will always consider myself a 10. I do what I want with the way I look.
But how can, if it's increasing your physical attractiveness?
You can think I'm not a 10. I don't care. Listen, I don't care, and I really don't care what you think about, but I think it's so crazy to get on a podcast and debate how a woman looks.
I'll tell you why it's important.
You alright? Well, it's kind of like stressful. You're putting me on a podcast to debate how I look, and I've already said I don't care.
No. We talked about like
Can you just stop talking? It's a little bit stressful. Or what? And I'm not gonna lie.
Don't tell me.
Can you give her some?
Like growing up, and even still nowadays, it's bikinis that are pushed as the attractive, gorgeous, hot thing, and I just never felt comfortable in a bikini.
If you saw it, then I'm sorry.
I understand the frustration of women because what they're saying is there's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't. She'll say, this man ain't. He ain't. He was bad. He was bad. Every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil. So maybe you're not as good as you really think you are.
Get absolutely dunked on. If you have put in the work on yourself, you're in the dating world, and you're just not satisfied with the available women, traveling abroad is perfect for that guy. Because if you haven't put in work on yourself, you haven't really done anything, you're not in the dating market, you're not having success in the West, you're not just going to magically become a mega pimp player if you travel abroad. Guaranteed you'll do better, okay? Because if you're just a white guy going to, say, the Philippines or something, your value is definitely going to spike a little bit. But if you're the guy, you've put in a lot of work on yourself, you're making good money, in good shape, you got good style, your charisma, your masculinity, you know, all these things we always talk about, you will dominate in traditional countries. Build your value in the West, take that value that you have built and bring it where you're valued.
People always ask me if I would date a liberal, and the answer is no. I only date men.
What would be your definition of the word woman?
That is a difficult question. I think it depends on one's own perspective. I think it has to do with the current, you know, gender norms.
What is a woman?
I feel like every person has their own definition to that.
What would your definition be?
I mean, if you identify as a woman, then you're a woman.
What is a woman?
A lady someone that does not have a certain private part, I guess. I don't know.
They're paying to get that education, huh? Or like re-education.
I have mixed opinions on this front because while it is good to be very open about, you know, LGBT, I feel that there's a lot of, it started in, so there's a lot of that around. But for the most part, I do think it's a very nice place to start out, you know, with pride.
I think so.
You want to give some more details?
Absolutely.
Why?
Yeah, so I think in a family-friendly space, it definitely encourages people to obviously behave themselves, one. And two, kids are born gay, and they need to see representations of themselves at all stages of life, honestly. I grew up in a very rural, conservative area, and there were no pride parades, there were no gay people visible. So to be here and be so visible, it's important.
Sometimes it's truly hard to believe what I'm saying. They're saying this. This right here is acceptable for children. Children should see this. Children should be a part of it. Oh yeah, just seeing adults in leather dog gear. Totally normal. I don't think the majority of people actually have an issue with people like this or what they're doing. I think the majority of people have a problem that it is so public and the fact that they're trying to get children involved. If you want to go do some dog furry stuff, okay, fine. But keep it in private.
What is a woman?
Oh, no, we're not the people. Sorry.
A woman is a person who identifies as a woman.
So a woman is a typology created to separate between two either genders or sexes.
A woman is a person that calls herself a woman.
If you're able to have kids, you're a woman. And if you identify as one, then that's cool too.
A woman can be simply as if someone defines themselves as a woman. You know, I feel in my head I am a woman, bodily I'm a woman.
I really don't know. I'm gay, man.
I think if you need a definition, it's not going to serve you well anyway.
I think people should be able to choose.
It could have many definitions. I don't know.
It's more of an individual thing than it is a overall dictionary definition.
Person born with the XX chromosome.
It's that simple.
For the men that identify themselves as women, they have no idea what it's like to actually be a woman. They have no idea. In the same way that women will have no idea what it's like to truly be a man. Every single cell in your body aligns with your gender. It's like if I said, oh, I feel like a penguin, so I'm going to live my life as a penguin, and I can 100% relate to penguins. Emperor penguins, because I'm a king. No, bro, you have no idea. A fish doesn't know what it's like to fly. A bird doesn't know what it's like to swim. Simple stuff. This is simple.
Like our country's falling apart, and then they're like, you know, the woke people are like, oh, this country was built on racism. It's like, maybe we should do more of that. Maybe that was working. You guys like the railroad? Wasn't built by the LGBTs, I'll tell you that.
It's comedy.
Yeah, right, yeah. Hey, mate, that's the female's toilet. Yeah, my daughter's just gone in there.
I dare you to try and stop me from going into a women's bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make. I dare you to try and stop a transgender woman in my presence from using the bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make. Heaven forbid You do something in my presence, you're going to know what fear actually feels like.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Wow, I'm shaking.
I hate Jesus.
Why do you hate Jesus?
He's just not real.
He's not real?
No, he's not real.
Why is he not real?
Because he's a fictional character.
Hi everyone, good evening, it's your girl Zena. So I wanted to do a video about my transition. It started back in October 2021 where I downloaded an app for fun. It's called FaceApp, and I did a gender swap. And all I did was change 2 settings, which was change gender and add makeup. And the results were absolutely amazing. And I didn't think much of it. I sent it to a few friends, and they said to me, you know, oh my God, you should try it. You know, you should transition. You should do it. And I went, oh yeah, okay, go away. And I just brushed it off. Fast forwarding a few months, I got bored on that Christmas break, so it was December 2021, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. And I bought some clothes and some makeup, a bra, a few other girly bits, and I waited till I was home alone, and I tried everything on. And I went and looked in the mirror, and I just went, wow. And it felt like the last piece of the puzzle was put in. And that's the only way I can describe it.
Just notice the social influence. He said he sent the photo to a few of his friends, and they said, oh my God, you should transition, you should totally go for it. The social influence on this person is what got to him. Just like a feather in the wind, just going along with the crowd. This is why it's so important to be critical of the people around you. Only have people around you that push you forward in life. In life, you really only have anchors and sails. You have the anchors that hold you down and the sails that push you forward. The people this guy surrounded himself with were the Alphabet Mafia, the Rainbow Gang, and look where it got him.
As a woman.
I think a woman is somebody who identifies as a woman.
Got it. So that's not a definition. That's like saying a table is someone that identifies as a table. Give me an objective definition of what a woman is.
If I decided right now that I wanted to identify as a woman, I would be a woman.
Okay, but that doesn't answer the question.
I know, but right now I'm a man, right? So if that happened right now, I'd be a woman.
So
once a person makes the decision to identify as a woman,
got it. No,
they're a woman.
That's a separate issue. What is a woman?
That's the definition.
No, I know, but you have to tell me what.
A person who identifies themselves as a woman.
But you have how do you know that they are that thing?
How do I don't need to know what they. I can ask them if I want to know.
But there needs to be. You need to tell me what that thing is, though.
Somebody who. Okay, sorry, we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere.
Well, no, it's important because it's like saying a giraffe is a thing that looks like a giraffe, or a coyote is a thing that looks like a coyote. It's called circular reasoning. You have to give me a actual definition.
I don't have to. I did give you a definition.
No. You said that a woman is something that thinks they're a woman. That doesn't give me a definition.
You really have to give Matt Walsh credit for this, for crumbling an entire ideology with a simple question, what is a woman? Because they literally cannot answer that question. They genuinely can't. Oh, well, a woman is a woman. Huh? Okay, yeah. Well, what's a woman? A woman! Like the video, subscribe, stay on the path of progress. I'll see you later.